So what if your next business partner wasn't a person at all, but an AI? I mean, really think about that. Imagine launching a profitable company, like this week, with absolutely no startup money and zero prior experience. It sounds a little bit like science fiction, right? Well, that's the wild idea we're diving into today.
Our roadmap for all of this comes from the book ChatGPT Business Goldmines by Dr. O.P. Banwo. And let me tell you, it lays out a pretty incredible blueprint for using AI to create new income streams. And it makes some very bold claims along the way.
I mean, just look at this promise from the book. It says 20 profitable businesses anyone can start in 7 days or less with no money and zero experience. Now, if you're like me, your first reaction is probably, no way. How could that even be possible? So let's actually dig in and unpack that zero investment promise. The book argues that this whole thing is made possible by taking advantage of one of the most game-changing technologies out there today.
You know, the motivation behind this whole idea is pretty powerful. The author genuinely believes that everyone deserves a real shot at financial freedom. And the big idea is that technology, specifically AI, can be the great equalizer, just knocking down those old barriers like needing a ton of cash or years of experience to get started.
So what is this incredible tool? Well, the book introduces it as your brand new AI business partner.
Okay, for anyone who might not be familiar, ChatGPT is an AI created by a company called OpenAI. The cool part is, you just talk to it. You give it instructions or prompts in plain English, and it writes back with text that sounds scarily human. It's almost like having a conversation with a brilliant assistant who knows, well, pretty much everything.
The book calls it the ultimate weapon for online business, and it really comes down to these 4 things. First, you get incredible speed and efficiency, turning tasks that took hours into just minutes. Then there's accuracy, because it can generate super relevant, high-quality content. It also allows for deep personalization, so you can tailor any message to any audience. And finally, scalability, which means you can take on way more work without needing to hire a huge team.
All right, so how does all this theory actually turn into a real business? Let's explore 3 of these so-called gold mines that the book details.
First up is a copywriting service. This is all about writing persuasive stuff for other businesses. You know, like website pages, ads, social media posts, emails, all the things they need to get customers in the door. And the process is actually pretty straightforward. You figure out what the client wants, you feed some really smart prompts into ChatGPT, and then your job becomes to review, edit, and polish the text it gives you. This is a huge shift, right? You're not just a writer anymore, you're more like an AI-powered editor and a strategist.
Just look at this example. A simple, clear instruction like this can spit out a really solid first draft for a sales page in literally seconds. Your job is to take that raw material and shape it into marketing gold. Okay, next up is goldmine number 2, commercial authorship. And yes, you heard that right. We're talking about using ChatGPT to help you write and publish entire books. This could be anything from nonfiction guides to even novels. The cool part is how AI can help you at almost every single step. You can use it to brainstorm ideas, come up with plot twists, create a chapter-by-chapter outline, and even help you write and revise that first draft. Seriously, it's like having a co-writer who never gets tired and is available 24/7. All right, our third example is a chatbot creation service. Now, this one might sound a bit more technical, but trust me, the demand for this is huge. You'd be building those little automated chat pop-ups for businesses to use on their websites for customer service and sales. So why do so many businesses want these? Well, for one, chatbots offer instant customer service 24/7. They also automate all the simple, repetitive questions, freeing up human staff. And on top of that, they collect incredibly valuable data on what customers are actually looking for. And just like everything else, it all starts with a prompt. You'd basically map out entire conversations by teaching the AI how to respond to specific questions. A prompt like this one for a hotel booking is just the first building block in creating a fully automated conversation. Okay, these ideas all sound great, but you're probably wondering, how do I actually get started? Well, the book lays out a simple 4-step action plan that anyone can follow. Here's your path to launch. First, you've got to research your market and figure out who actually needs your help. Second, you design clear service packages so clients know exactly what you're offering. Third, you build a portfolio to show off what you can do, and you can even start with sample projects you create yourself. And finally, you get out there and promote your new business. And here's the really crucial part. The book points you exactly where to find those first clients without spending a dime on marketing.
We're talking about freelance marketplaces like Upwork and Fiverr, professional networks like LinkedIn, and of course, your own social media.
So, when you zoom out and look at the big picture, what's the real takeaway here? What is the core message of all this?
Ultimately, it all boils down to one word: empowerment. The book is making the case that digital self-employment, when you supercharge it with these new AI tools, is a totally real and viable path to financial independence for anyone who's willing to learn and adapt. And that really leaves us with a huge question to think about. As these tools get more powerful and more accessible every single day, could artificial intelligence be the key that finally unlocks your financial future?